And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is a fun and fabulous Saturday, and I have to apologize for my appearance. I am apologizing for wearing a tie. I have to go to a funeral immediately after stream, so I figured I'd save time and get ready for that before stream, and then, well, here we are. So let's get into some Minecraft because that's why we're here, and maybe it'll distract you from the tie or something. Hang on, I gotta get on the right button here. There we go. So here we have the happy chorus fruit form of happiness. So much happiness and chorus fruit. So this is going to be the thing. And yes, I did start a little bit early today, so some people may end up coming in a little bit later, which is cool. All right, so I need to do a couple of things here. First off, down at the bottom level, I think I need to encase this, because if we're going to be seeing this from up top, looking down at all of that stone and redstone and stuff, that's just not going to be great. So I need to do something about that. Now, I don't know what I want to do about that, though, because it's something should be right. I could use concrete, I suppose. I do have a bunch of this ochrum, but I think I want something a little bit less colorful for the sides. So what I could do, I could try some andesite. That would be a fairly light gray, right? The other thing I could maybe try is some tuff, because the tuff blocks are really cool, but I don't know that I have a lot of those. So let's head over to the storage and take a look at what's available and see if maybe I'm going to have enough. Because if I don't have a lot of tuff, that's just not going to be the way to go for this regardless. So we'll see how this goes. In the meantime, hope y'all are doing okay. It's early Saturday morning. All right, so yeah, hey Carp, how's it going? Welcome in. Hope you're having a fabulous day. We're having a cookout today. Nice. Actually, this might be enough tuff. I definitely have andesite. Yeah. Yeah, after lunch today, I think I might go. There's a little festival going on in town, so I might do that today. My wife and I may. And maybe my daughter might head over there and just take a look and wander around, see what's there. You know, I think I'm going to use andesite for this. Also, I think I need to free up inventory space for said andesite. Okay. I have space for things? Or not so much. Okie dokie. Ah, boy, cookout sounds good, though. All right, that's probably too much andesite. We'll leave some of it behind. Oh, man. That's the wonderful thing about summer, you know, is all those fun outside activities. Excuse me. Sorry, as my voice decides that, nope, we're not doing it today. We're not voicing. All right, and there goes the farm. So, I think what I'm going to do here, I think I will drop like a stair or something there, but in fact, I have a stone cutter. Let's cut stone. Because that's cool. Also, you know what? That can go in there, as can the PSI and that stuff. And that. All the things, right? All the things. Oh. Okay, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to take the stone, not in the crafting table. It's that stone cutter I never actually got out of my backpack. All right, let's go ahead and drop this stair. We'll drop that right there so I can get at this barrel if I need to. Good morning. Your name looks like Elf. I don't know what it actually is, but how's it going? Hope you're having a fabulous day. All right. Yeah, so what I think I want to do is let's take... Maybe the layered andesite might be good. But I kind of wanted something brickish. So we'll do the cut andesite bricks. That seems like it'll be fun. So, and I think what I want to do is I want to layer it up from here. Yeah, it's a light gray. It has a little blue tinge to it. But I think this is going to work out okay. I think I can go with this. All right, so to make my life a little bit easier, I forgot. There's oh, no. You know, one of these days I will hit the right button. Okay, there we go. And turn off my jetpack. I like the jetpack, but it does get in the way sometimes of like stack jumping and stuff. Oh, boy. So anyway, hope you're all having a wonderful morning today. Oh, yeah. Got a nice early start, as I usually do, and got the podcast going, all that stuff. Good morning, Civil. Thank you so much for the bits and the creeper hiss. How's it going? Hope you're having a fabulous day this morning as well. Oh, okay. I obviously did not figure out what's going on there. It's 10 p.m. out in Japan. Nice. Nice. Hang on, get a bunch more of this andesite crafted because apparently that's going to be a thing we're going to need. Good thing I didn't use the tough. I may not have had enough of it. Doing dishes and folding clothes. Fun. All right. Maybe I should have left the jetpack on and just suffered. It's all right. We'll be okay. So I do need to come out this way a little bit. Maybe I will just center under this. Let's, okay. Hang on. I remember how this works because I just struggled with it a minute ago. Okay, look, that's the Windows key. Okay, nope, got it. We're good. Everything's great. So I think what I want to do is I want to come off of here. Right? Yeah, and so we'll just, if I just bring this way. Yeah, see, that's, like I said, stack jumping is a little bit painful with that, but okay. That'll work. If we come around this way, I may have to do a little bit more around the outside here. So let's, oh, look, it's a signal. I knew I'm hitting my head on something. Oh, right. Okay, this can't go up this high because the trains. The train. Okay. But that's fine. I can work with this. Okay. I can work with this. I don't know how I'm going to work with this, but work with it I can. Also, I can place some blocks. All right. All right. So what am I making? Well, right now, I've built this chorus fruit farm over the last couple of episodes, right? And it's great. It's just a little messy and ugly, and I want to clean up around it here a little bit so that it doesn't look nearly as messy, okay? Because I've got this whole city growing up here around the area, and it would be nice if this looks like it fit in. So that's what I'm making. So at the moment, let's just do it this way. So at the moment, I'm just adding a little decor here so that when you look down into the farm, it doesn't look atrocious. Okay. Seems like a reasonable option, I hope. So this part is kind of boring. Let's, it's the, okay, we're going to just place some walls, but, oh, thank you. Thank you. So we'll try to get this in and everything will be happy and fun and, at least look a little bit cleaner. Okay. And yeah, so how far out am I going? If I'm coming down off of this side here, right, like that, then, okay. And we're going to come down like so. Okay. And then this will come out this way. And we'll go across like that. All right. So I will need to do a little bit of something to cover this redstone because I didn't. I guess I could move it, but it's all right. We're fine. It'll do. All right. So this will come out like this. Okay. And then on this side. Woohoo! All right. Oh, Bonnie, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Hope you're having a fabulous day. All right. So coming off, it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, because I planned this so exquisitely, you'll know, we'll see how this lines up. 2, 3. So this would be going out this way. You're not good at English, but you can somehow understand what I'm saying. Nice. It's all right. I'm not good at English either, and I've spoken it my entire life, so we got goodness going on there. All right, so yeah, so that's the corner. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. All right, so that's not going to be too bad. The whole farm is actually not centered in this city block here. But that's all right. That'll be good because then I'll go ahead and layer the grass and stuff here between the track and the side of the building. And I think I talked about it on stream on Thursday. I want this area over here. This area is going to be a park. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is build a bridge from whatever's happening up here down into the park. So being a little bit closer to this track is a good thing. You've translated the text. Okay. Sounds good. I understand. Auto translation is not always the best. On the other hand, the fact that we can auto translate is so amazing. That is so cool. I had to turn them off. I had subtitles over on YouTube, but it delayed the stream so much that I find, oops, how am I in the, oh, that's how I'm in the wrong place. Okay. It delayed the stream so much over on YouTube. It was like 30 seconds behind or something like that. It's like, no, this isn't gonna fly. So I had to turn them off. But even the fact that that sort of auto subtitling is a thing is amazing. I love tech. I love all the stuff that tech can do for us that is made possible. It's just great. All right. And also, just be playing Minecraft. You know, it all comes back to Minecraft in the end, right? Yeah. All right, so this is going to come this way. All right. Cool. Yeah, so basically we're going to look down and, whoa, fall through this gap, which I should probably put something there. I fell through it again. This feels like I'm in some sort of comedy sketch or something. All right. But yeah, that brick is going to look a lot nicer down there. Okay. Yep. Oh, yeah. I was off by one. This is what I get for not measuring things. All right. Now, this is actually going to be an interesting thing. What happens when that... Okay. It is breaking up. All right. Is it trying to punch this wall too? Okay. So I've got a little bit of an issue here, potentially. So the pickaxes and stuff that it... Or actually, it's just axes, but... that it's using, when it turns this corner, hits this. So I may have to slide this over anyway, just to get it out of the way, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I haven't planned any of this out. It's not like I've been in creative and said, oh yes, this is how I'm going to do it. No, you get it live. It's alive. It's alive. What's my country like this morning? Well, my section of the United States is bright and sunny. But I live in a desert, and it's often bright and sunny. I'm also out of andesite. Well, that's... But, yeah, otherwise, it's not bad. Also, the joys of being in a desert, it's still fairly cool this morning. Yeah, cut andesite bricks. That's what I'm looking for. But yeah, and what is it now? We're looking at temperature-wise. It's 48 Fahrenheit right about now. So, you know, nice and brisk this morning. Cool enough that I can open the windows and keep the house chill without having to worry about too much of something. All right, you know what? I think what I want to do now that I'm coming over here and we've got this belt here. Boy, that lined up funky on both sides. All right, so I think I'm going to tear down that wall, shove it back one, and tear down this wall and shove it this way one. Because of planning and stuff. And this, my friends, is why you plan your builds. Yes. All right. That's all right. We'll make it work. Yeah, planning is one of those things I just don't do. Not often enough, anyway. I do tend to have like high-level plans, like, oh, maybe I'll put this thing here, like with the park and stuff, and oh yeah, I'll put the cake shop right across from the donut shop, right? Because that makes sense. Because people who want cake are definitely wanting to be close to the people who want donuts. There's a... All right, we'll mess with that. But, so this is going to go this way. All right, I'll pull out... Okay, that's fine. I'll pull out that other wall. Okay. Yeah, and I will do a little bit of cover on the inside there, but should be all right. You're a student? Hey, no worries, man. No worries. Just being here is awesome. I always say that the best way to support the channel is just to be here and watch. And the second best way is to, you know, drop in the tips or the subs or whatever. But just being here is awesome. All right, so we'll tear this down. Slide this over one. This will avoid all of the other nonsense, and then we should be fine. Okay. Okay. So let's get this down. We'll slide it all over, and the nice thing about having it moved over by one is that it will line up directly under this bridge. The bad thing is that the PSI here ends up sticking out a little bit, but it's all right. You want to improve your English so you're studying in a fun way. That will totally do it. I tried doing that with Spanish a little bit because I've been trying to learn Spanish off and on since I live in a part of the country where there's a lot of Spanish speakers. And Duolingo does not cut it for me. I mean, it's better than nothing, but definitely watching Spanish streams or Spanish shows helps. All right. So hopefully I can be fun and entertaining and stuff. My son was learning Japanese when he was in high school. I don't know how well he got as far as understanding the language, but says, yeah, part of it was because he's going into game design and there are a lot of Japanese game companies, but part of it is because he loves watching anime, and it's like, oh, maybe it'd be nicer to understand it, you know, without having to get subs and dubs and all of that fun stuff. All right. All right, so we're just going to spend some time just fixing my mistakes here. It'll be great. Yep, planning, my friends. It's a thing. We should think about doing it. That is also why I'm dressed up, because said I'm doing tech for a funeral at church, and wrong block, and it would make more sense to wear a suit to that. Also, this is gonna have to change. There's a lot of English-speaking tourists in Japan. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes all sorts of sense. Yeah, I've always appreciated those who took the time for one reason or another to learn a different language. You know, I think one of the biggest problems we have in our world is we can't communicate, right? It's not that we don't necessarily, it's just we can't, because we're dealing with language issues or cultural issues or any of those types of things. And so the more we can communicate with each other, I think the better off we would be. Now, I say this as somebody who is an introvert at heart and does not typically enjoy being around people. So, you know, there's that. Okay. But yeah, I definitely appreciate all of those people who says, you know what? I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to learn a different language. And that's fabulous. Now, I used to joke that, yeah, I could readily speak a dozen different languages. I mean, the languages were all programming languages, but, still, it's a thing. Why is it easier to listen than a listening test? Because the listening tests are boring. That's, it's more fun to listen to somebody who is who actually knows the language and is speaking and is at least mildly entertaining, or at least doing some. I was going to say doing something else. Okay, can't stack jump this, of course, because the block up there. That's a little bit annoying. Okay, so we'll get this wall in. I think what I'm going to do is come back in with some more yellow terracotta, and we'll finish this floor all the way around. And then I need to figure out what's going up on top of this mess. And the short answer to that is I have no idea. I mean, I'm got a park next door. So I could do anything. I thought about actually at one point maybe building a church above this, but I don't think I want to do that. As nice as it might be to have a church in this town. Now I think what I might do would be might do an amphitheater of some sort. Oh yeah, the machine is definitely doing its thing. Okay. I'm going to go sleep real quick. Those llamas are going to get hit by a train. They may not know it yet, but... Also... Okay, yeah. Hi, gang. Podzol. Yay! Actually, drip leaf might be nice, but I'm not going to worry about that now. All right, cool. Llamas for everybody. All right, so this Dealy Bob is going to come this way. Now, we'll come over the water wheel. Right. So that'll come this way. And this will go here like that. I believe... I think I do have a little... notchy Dealy Bob in the middle here. Or in the corner. Okay. Cool. All right, so... yeah, this will work. Oh, that is already looking better. We'll get the rest of the floor and stuff in down there, but... that is already looking better. But no, actually, I kind of like the idea of maybe setting this up and maybe trying to do some sort of concert venue or something like that. Set up a stage and... right, if you're going to have a chorus fruit farm, why not have a place for a chorus to sing, right? Yeah, so I could do something along those lines. Of course, how horrible would it be to be at a concert while trains are running by? So, you know, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So that's going to go like so. All right. And then we've got this little section. Of course, the trains will come by, so I can't really pick this up. So I'll figure out something to do here. And that might be open. I might just leave this open. But, because unfortunately it said I can't put glass and stuff here because the machine will try to break it. And I could use with less breaking. All right, so cool. All right, so this will go this way. Now, I will need to take a look, potentially, because again, you're looking down into the farm, so I have to decide how I want this to all, how I want it to look. Obviously, that's how it's going to happen. I have to decide how it's going to look, and that's hard. Trying to decide how things are going to look, it's just hard. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a designer. No, I want to get up here, right? And okay, do I want the belt here? Do I need to put in some supports? What do I want to do with that? Because obviously there'll be the wall behind it. But I should do a little bit of something with that. So that's something we'll figure out when we get through and start doing the detail pass. But as I always say, start boring. Put the basics details, or put the basics in first and then do the details later. I have school, so going to bed early. Nice. Well, take care. Have a great day at school tomorrow. And sleep well. All right. And okay, my windmill is glitching. What is going on over here? Oh yeah, everything has sort of backed up in fun ways. All right. You go here. All right. Is that going to shake things loose? Maybe not. Everything is sort of... Yeah, I have got to figure out traffic control here. I don't know what's going on. It's just messy. Also, that train actually has... There's no reason for that train to be there. Who's... I don't know. All right. I think... Here, let's... You just go that way. And hopefully things will be okay. Oh, I see why. The ice cream truck and... they had a crash. Okay. It's not a good crash. It was definitely an ungood crash. All right, cool. Well, hopefully that'll sort out my trains. Let's get over here and get some more andesite. Okay. Weave through all the drills. I could put those away now that they're done unloading. But, all right. So, a couple things. First off, let's put that back away. And the site is there. Cool. Okay, should be good. How are we doing on andesite? All right, we still have some in the big tank, so that's good. All right. Yeah, I've got bulk storage for a lot of that stuff, but I haven't taken my drills down and to do a lot of mining, so I'm definitely a little short on some of those non-stone blocks. Oh, hey, let's okay. I'm half convinced that the driver of the ice cream truck is just drunk. Kind of like this windmill, but it's okay. Why did it like warp over here? Probably because of something. All right, so you go there, and you going there. Okay, don't crash now. Okay, he's going to get ice, so that's good. All right, hopefully these guys will get their lives in order. All right. As I get shot at going past my tree farm, always fun. All right. Anyway, it's a thing. It's a thing. We're just going to have to deal with it. All right. So next step, getting a lot more cut bricks. All right. Now, as I said, this part is definitely going to be, it's definitely embracing the start boring aspect of building. But it's okay. Okay, sorry. The way that belt was moving just sort of warped my mind. Okay, get all of that in place. Now, given everything that's going to be happening in here, which isn't a lot. There's some redstone, which I don't want to move. It's not a lot of redstone. I could move it. It's not that big a deal, but honestly, my laziness is kicking in, and I just don't want to do it. So we'll figure out a good way of covering it all up. I may send the machine to the other side. We'll see. We'll get it. We'll get some of the parking situations sorted out. Okay. Okay. All right, we'll have to figure that out. But really, trains? Really? So I had this going relatively smoothly, but I don't know, man. Now I'm conflicted. Okay, so the dairy fuel train, that stuff, that's over here. So it feels like I need a little bit of something else, but all right, jeez. Oh, good. This one's driver is gone too, so that's cool. All right, I'm gonna have to. Okay, you go there. Oh, maybe it's okay. All right, and you go there. So whatever they're doing, hopefully they'll get their track together. That's the hope and dream. Maybe. All right. Cool. Well, let's get over here. We'll sleep and oh no. Okay, there it is. For a minute there, I was afraid that the machine had disappeared. That happens sometimes, and it's annoying. But mostly when I've seen that happen, it's been with other things. It's been with gantries and stuff, and I don't understand that. I don't understand what's going on with any of that. But okay. Okay, so there's going to be an issue with this train signal here, but we'll get that figured out. And it's a decorative issue. It's not a technical one. Okay, so we're getting this. Am I causing myself problems over here with light and stuff? I think I'm okay. Also, I got off the crouch key apparently. Wow. Yeah, this is using a lot more andesite than I was expecting. I am really glad I didn't go in for the tough because I would not have nearly enough material to make this happen. All right. Okay, so So go back in there. All right, so let's see. So we'll get this going around. So that I'll bring the floor in. All right, so it will come all the way across. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit weird. And I admit that. And part of that is due to the fact that this machine is just a little bit weird, but okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. Up by 3. Why not? Okay. Now, it would have been a little bit easier as that machine turns, because that's what's causing some of my problems, is the machine turns and its reach changes because of that. If I had doubled up on all of the punchy bits, right, all of the deployers, then I could have perhaps I could have locked the machine so it didn't rotate and it just punched in both directions. But that's a lot of deployers, and it's more than I wanted to deal with, so I didn't. You know, seems reasonable, right? All right, so now, yeah, let's go ahead and just bring this up to track level. So yeah, so the trains are going to come by here, so that's definitely going to cause a little bit of, not necessarily confusion, just something I have to be aware of. I'd rather not have the trains clip through the building. So I'll have to just add that as part of how the building works. Okay. Now, I don't know what that's going to look like, but we'll do something. So this can go away. That was just there for spacing. All right. Yeah, so we'll get all of this across, and it'll be interesting. Now, I suppose I could do something really silly. It's like, you do something silly? No, you never do silly things. Yeah, I could do something really silly. Like, put a Ferris wheel on top of all the glass. We were joking about a Ferris wheel the other day as part of the park. But what if instead I put it on top of this? That could be cool. Don't know what it would look like, but it could be cool. Just a little bit of a thing there. All right. Okay, so that comes out. That's that center post. That might be okay. All right, you know what? Let's take this down so it's at the same track level. All right. And okay. So I think this won't stay, but I need to see where things are. Okay, I'll just fall down a lot. Again, not uncommon. Okay. Oh, actually, that doesn't go out that way at all right now. So, okay. All right, so yeah. There is confusion in my soul. Also, stuff in my throat, so excuse me while I cough. It's the tie. It's too tight. I can't breathe. All right. So, all right, that's cool. I think what I'm going to do, let's bring the yellow terracotta all the way out and just fill the room. Okay. We'll cover up the rest of the track here. And that's cool. I may do some detailing on it as we go, but, or maybe after. But that could be fine. But I do kind of like that idea, though, of maybe putting a... this is what happens. I let chat talk me into things. Like, I wasn't going to build a Ferris wheel, but now I might have to. Also, I think I'm going to... Oh, hey, got more track there. I think I'm going to need to get some more yellow terracotta if I'm going to fill in this floor. So since we're over here, let's do that. Oh, man. You know, I can't believe it's June already. It's a little bit crazy. You know, I just like, doesn't it feel like it was just yesterday was like February? Is it just me? Okay. Fortunately, I have a lot of yellow terracotta. Probably don't need quite that much. All right. Of course, I've been wrong estimating how much I'm going to need in materials this whole time, so we'll probably be back for more of this stuff, but it's okay. So where am I going? Over here. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and pull this floor all the way this way. Now, the machine just sort of phases through these blocks, so I'm not worried about that. I mean, it kind of has to, right? Because it's, right? So I've got these barrels and things, and they just phase through it. And it's okay. Though, as I said, I could, I talked about it on Thursday, I could take these bottom two barrels out, glue it here in the middle. Well, I mean, no. I could put a block there, but yeah. It's like, how much do I want to play with the phasing of things? And the answer is, I don't know. Some? Okay. All right. Yeah, and so for... Yeah, so for some of the track on this side, or some of this floor, I should say, we'll come in. I said I may do some different patterns here. But I... Whoa! Look! There's a cave. I think what I'm going to do is just bring another row of terracotta across this way. Okay. That's down. Yep, I recognize down. It's different from up. Okay. Yeah, that can go there. I suppose that could go there. We'll figure it out. It'll make sense at some point in the future. That point is not today, but at some point in the future, this will all make sense. All right. Let's get over here and sleep. I have now, of course, walled myself off from all of my stuff. which is, you know, special. We'll just, there. Give myself a little gap so I can get in and out. All right. Yeah. Okay. Whoa, creeper. Hi, creeper. You know, why don't you come this way? Hi. That's right. You come over here. Sorry, come on right on over this way. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you come right over here. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There, see? I had to prove to that merchant that I was going to save his life. It was important. Actually, I was going to blow it up, but, you know, that would have been fun too. Okay. No, we're fine. Everything's great. All right, so for the moment, I've taken down everything that's not at track level. Okay. All right. So this is where our box sits at the moment. Okay. It's a lovely box. It'll look lovelier when I get all of this in place. Okay. Yeah, now this will hide our redstone. Or at least it will once I figure out what sort of pattern is filling these stripes. Hey, Blueberry! Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're having a fabulous day over there on the YouTubes. Alright, just get all of this good stuff going. Alright. Yeah, now here's where things will get a little bit funky because this machine, well, it never disassembles, so maybe it'll be okay if I fill that in. I'll have to try it and see, but we'll see what happens when it comes over here the next run. Okay. Woohoo! All right, so that's the first start. Now, I only play Minecraft. I pretty much only stream Minecraft. Not universally, but Minecraft is typically what I do. Every once in a while, I'll play something else, but I think Disney Speedstorm is the last thing I streamed that wasn't Minecraft. All right. So that's going to happen there. We've got this happening here, which is going to need some form of a support. I don't think I have anything in my inventory that I want to use, but let's check what I've got in the boxes here. I think I've got a thing. Yeah, the game is peaceful. That is 100% true. All about that. It's mostly peaceful. Except on those rare occasions when I do something really silly. Okay. Wow. Hi. Like, place blocks in the right place. That would be a thing that I should do. It's not silly, but do I do it? No. Okay. That's all right. We got this. We got this. This is a mod. Yes, this is modded. This is mostly its create mod. But here, let me just drop a mod pack. There's a that should drop a link to my mod pack in the chat there, so if you want to see all the mods I'm using. But mostly it's just create mod and some associated dealy bobs. All right, let's let's actually give this a run. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and just manually kick it off and just see where it ends up on the other side, what happens to the floor. Because if I can actually fill in the floor, that will make this so much easier. But yeah, it's create mod, and I'm using all of the create goodies to make different foods. So the chorus fruit farm is so I can get chorus fruit, surprisingly enough. But excuse me, I need it for chorus fruit jelly and frosting and stuff like that. So because that goes in the donuts and it goes in ice cream and I think pies. So we'll deal with that. But yeah, it's fun. It's always a challenge. Okay, I'm in create mod. What am I going to do in this world? You know, hey, food is a thing. What is my favorite game? Minecraft. I was not expecting that to be the case when I started playing it in 2015, but it is 100% my favorite game now. Prior to that, my favorite game was Madden. Okay, yep. Did it try to break something? Oh, no, it was offloading. That's what. Okay, and it does stop there. Okay, yeah, so I could just fill in the floor. Nice. Do that. It will only be a problem if I have to actually do something on the machine, but that is okay. So, all right. So I think what we'll do... This is a farm. It is 100% a farm. These guys, you can't see it. They are holding axes, but I think the reality is they don't need it. So when the axes break, I'll probably be okay. But it comes through. It harvests the chorus fruit. Actually, it breaks the flowers, which end up in one of these barrels here. Yeah, this one. You can see I'm getting a whole bunch of chorus flowers. So it'll replant as it goes through. And then all of the chorus fruit comes up here. And one of these days I'll get the train schedules in place so that the chocolate, yeah, my chocolate train will come and pick up chorus fruit, and I think I've got a train for the ice cream. Oops. I have a train for the ice cream factory that will come and pick up fruit too. So yeah, all sorts of goodness. Yeah, and if you've never seen Create Mod, or if you've played Satisfactory, similar vibes. So yeah, so this is all of the underside to make donuts, right? So you can come up in here and you can order donuts. So if you want, I don't know, a donut with, oh, we can't fill those ones. Let's do a chocolate donut with oh, whatever this is. I think that's melon. I don't remember. I should have labeled it better. We'll order it. And what ends up happening, here's I'll free cam down, is there comes our donut. And it slides right over this way. And it gets squirty with whatever stuff there is. And yeah, I don't remember if that was jam or frosting or what. So it'll pop up here. That's caramel filled. Oh yeah, it was melon cream filled. So this donut gives comfort, which is a food thing, and regeneration for 3 minutes of regen, which is kind of nice. So, or I could just order a jar of frosting, So yeah, it's A little sticky. Gotta watch out. So yeah, lots of fun stuff. It's not quite, wouldn't go as far as saying it's real life, but yeah, I've got a bunch of food mods. So here I can make chocolate, right? So I've got chocolate glazed apples or a caramel filled dark chocolate, you know. This place makes sandwiches. So like this BLT I have in my inventory. This one you can make pizza. So you can select your toppings and you get pizza. Or spaghetti. If you want pasta with, spaghetti with meatballs, we can make that happen. So yeah, it's a lot of fun playing with Create Mod. Over there is McBurger Hut. Oh, okay. Sort of glitching out. That's cool. So you get, cheeseburgers and things. It's a lot of fun. Just, of course, you have to build the farms for all of the stuff, right? What are you doing here? You should not be here. But then there's all of the excitement about, how do you get all of the machinery to craft the different foods, which is fun. At least I like it. So, okay, cool. So let's go ahead and, yep, that's just totally glitched. Cool. I'll have to relog for that to show up again. So I didn't create the mod. I did put together the mod pack, but I didn't write any of the mods. And while I am a programmer, yeah, Minecraft mods is not something I've gotten into myself. All right. All right, hang on a sec. I'm going to have to relog just to make things, just to catch it. Every once in a while, things glitch, especially if you unload chunks and stuff while it's going. Yeah, it gets a little funky, so. All right, so I think what I'm going to do, let's just, we'll just run this all the way. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. Some people are totally into it, but, and I have thought occasionally about writing a mod, but honestly, I don't have that much time for it. It's the joys of having a full-time job. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, this farm, it's not lossless. We get a lot of berries just floating around, but that's okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, I get that, Blueberry. It's just like, hey, it's my laptop sucks. Yeah. My machine is not the best, but Minecraft is running on a server, so a lot of that processing gets offloaded, which is nice, but yeah, there are some visual glitches that happen to me on occasion because of all the things. There is some fun stuff in the newest version of Create Mod, which I am not on, that I want to play with, but that will happen at some other point. Okay. Yeah, we'll just run these frog lights across. That'll keep everything looking reasonable, I guess. Honestly, it's almost like the machine isn't running on the rails underneath. It almost looks like it's running on the frog lights, but Almost. Until it turns, I guess. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to have enough frog lights for this. We may have to head to the farm and get a few more, but we'll see. I did pick up a bunch last time I was there. So this farm, it's sort of a small to mid-sized farm. I mean, Create lets you build some pretty big ones, but it's kind of up to you whether or not you want them to be large or not. All right, I'm going to have to go get some more frog lights. So let's head out to the frog light farm. My trains are all stopped. All right, who's in the way? Yeah, this is one of those things I somehow have not sorted out. Okay, you go. Not quite sorted out where all of my troubles are. Traffic control on this is just funky. Okay, so he's going to go to there. Okay, so, right, that makes some sense, I guess. Everybody's stuck. All right, so we'll relocate this guy, and then we'll go out to the Froglight farm. However, I do want to switch to my Elytra because it's going to be a little bit faster. Woohoo! I'm not sure I'm parsing that correctly, Blueberry, but I do like Create Mod because it feels so vanilla in a lot of ways. Yes, obviously it's modded, but it still feels like Minecraft. And that's one of the things I like about it. This way, I think. He's dark in the nether. All right. Now this, other than the create stuff to move things around, this is basically a vanilla farm. Okay. So let's grab some frog lights. Is that too many frog lights? Yes. Yes, it is. But yeah, this is fun. Yeah, so you get the magma cubes. They all try to get over to the iron golem. They freeze to death in the powdered snow, and the frogs eat them and turn them into frog lights, which is awesome. Yeah, shaders are good. They cause issues with Create Mod, unfortunately. That's one of the things I'm really excited about, actually, with what Mojang is doing with some of the newer versions of Minecraft is the vibrant visuals that they're adding, which are all the built-in shaders, basically. And that. Whose ears? Okay. Yep. Just a horse. Cool. But yeah, the vibrant visuals looks like it's going to be pretty cool. It's not surprising it's going to be Bedrock only for the time being. There's just too many issues with Java. Okay. I have an inventory here somewhere. There we go. And not to say that Java is bad. It's not. I love Java. It's just they have to do a lot more to reconstruct all of the lighting in Java. Yeah, 1.21.6 I think adds vibrant visuals to Bedrock, so you can turn those on and get all sorts of fun stuff. Okay, send the machine around so that I can fill this in. Yeah, so I'm kind of excited for that. I mean, shaders, they look... they do look cool. They look really nice. So it'll be cool to have something like that in Bedrock. And then of course in Java when it gets there. All right, so that's looking, waha! I forgot, there's no floor there. Do I want to just do it with yellow? I don't know what I want to do with that. But yeah, see, this is looking a lot better now. Could do a little bit of something down here on the end, but yeah, this farm is looking significantly better. All right, shiny. All right, so let's go ahead. Go ahead and just put the yellow in here now. If I want to change it later, I can. That's the beauty of Minecraft, is it's not permanent. So it's a lot easier to make those little changes. All right, so do that on this side as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Create mod is great for farms. And it's actually relatively it's relatively chill as far as resources go. It's not too crazy. There are some things you can do that lag it out pretty rather significantly, but for the most part, it's not too bad. Just depends on how you build it and where you build things and stuff like that. But just like in vanilla, if you've got a redstone farm, or a redstone-based farm, you could do it all in an industrial area, or you could spread things out so it doesn't, right? So it doesn't look like or it doesn't load up everything, right? You can load up one area and there's this farm, and go to another area and farm things there for a while. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay. Cool. So that's going to do its thing. I think what I want to do here is I need something that's supporting this. Okay. So maybe what I'll do, I think what I can do is I can pop this up like so. And does that run under the glass? It does. Okay. Shiny. So what I can do is I could pop this up like that and run some supports directly across like that. That's an idea. Let's see what this looks like over here, and if I'm going to have to worry about this. I might have to worry about this. If I run something across here, is that going to be a problem? And that could be. It could be a problem. Darn. Well, I appreciate that the sentiment, Blueberry. I do okay. I'm certainly no pearlescent moon, but I certainly try. Okay, so actually, if I pull it, maybe not in front of, but if I replace this row of glass, that might work. Okay. Do that on the other side as well. I might take out these yellow ones and move the glass itself in here, but that could be cool. That could be very cool. All right. I kind of like this plan. Yeah, just run some supports across this. Oh, that'll look cool. All right. Yes, I'm a big fan of this plan. All right. So let's see. Next question is, do I have industrial iron? That would be a yes. And all right, so we're going to need some of this. All right, yeah, 4 stacks of that's going to be good. Let's see. Industrial. Yeah, okay, so I think I'll just top it with an industrial iron block. That's fine. Twill serve, as they say. Woohoo! I can't stand on things. All right, so that'll go there. This will go like so, right? Just like that. And then we'll run this across this way. Awesome. I think this is going to be cool. So let's go ahead and take this glass out. You know, glass needs to break faster. Woohoo! Also, gravity works. Yeah, take care. My next stream is going to be on Tuesday, so if you want to just, you know, subscribe, turn on notifications, YouTube will tell you when I'm going live. But thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day. Okay. Yep. We'll take advantage of this weird aspect of Create Mod and its Create Deco stuff, I think this is. All right, so I think that goes up there, like that, and like that. Okay. Oh, yeah. That is going to look sweet. Okay. I'm a fan. I like it. I like this. Yeah, this will be nice. So that goes there, right? This goes up here like that. All right. All right. Yeah, so we're going to have some good stuff happening here, I think. Doing on time. All right. Yeah, as I said at the beginning, I've got to stop really early because I have to be leaving at about 9:30 or so to go to the church to do to set up the stream for the funeral. So okay. Which is, you know, a thing. All right, so that's going to go there. And yeah, the trains will clip through this a little bit, but it's all right. All right, is there a center stripe on this thing? I don't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yes, there is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right there. Okay. So I could run a center stripe that way. I think what I want to do is let's pick up this glass. I wasn't going to come down here and pick up the glass, but since I managed to fall because, you know, I can't stand on flat surfaces, we'll just, you know, pick it up. I don't know. Do you have problems standing on flat surfaces? I have problems standing on flat surfaces. So together, maybe we can manage to stay upright for just a little while. Okay. So yeah, so that would be an interesting thing. I think I want to run scaffolding across this way, right? This, yeah, these supports. I think I do want to actually bring it across. Bring it across here? Do I actually want to? I could bring it in a little bit, but I don't know. I mean, I could also run it straight across and extend the glass over, which is actually not necessarily a bad idea. Because, you know, you see like this chorus fruit over here, it's going to grow up potentially grow up and around the glass, and blocking it off from this side is not bad. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll just run this all the way across this way. All right. So that'll go like so. Do this on the other side. It said the only drawback is the train's potentially clipping through it. But that's okay. As I said, I'm not overly concerned with that. Mildly concerned, but not overly concerned. All right, so we'll run this over this way. And then, yeah, a little bit of extra glass, like this will come over this way. Right, just like so. Okay. Yep, I am missing Swift Sneak, I'll tell you. Okay, so this would come across this way. All right, and I will fill that in. So yeah, so I can fill in with a little bit of, or with the yellow glass right through there. Okay, I think this is going to be all right. Yeah, totally going to be fine and stuff, right? Absolutely. Okay. All right, so this will be good. I think there are a couple of places where I'm going to want to put some extra supports in and stuff, just so woohoo, just so it looks a little bit more supported. All right, got to get all of your support in place. Okay, and that goes there, and that goes there. All right. So yeah, I could run another support there. I kind of feel like I should have a couple more along the sides. Okay. We can look at that. All right. Let's see what other fun we get. Let's see. Now, I didn't count this out, so I don't know what would be an even number on this thing, but yeah, building that frame is nice. Okay. I may have to go craft up some more yellow glass. I think I've got yellow dye over here, so I don't think I'll have to head back to the storage to get more glass, which is good because holy cow, glasses. It's not expensive. It's just a pain to have to go back to my storage to get it. You know, it's the joys of having a glass farm, you know. Where did I put it? There it is. All right. Yeah. Grab a little bit more of that. We turn it yellow. All right. So I think this should be, I hope this is enough. It'll be annoying if it's not, but I hope it's enough. All right, so this is going to come here. This glass will go across this way. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely giving good vibes of, why is this here? Why is this floating? Right. Which is good. As I said, I might take a run through the middle. Right? Just to put some put a support running across here. That might be fun. The machine comes right to the top of this glass. which is good. I mean, that's by design. I mean, the glass is here specifically to stop the chorus fruit from growing up taller than the machines. Okay, so that's definitely good. Honestly, that doesn't look too bad with the support and stuff there. Kind of down for that. All right, so just depending on spacing then. This was here at this specific location because that's just where I decided to put it. I didn't count anything. So it would be handy. And what I could do this on here. I could just count in on the other side as well because it's not a bad place. And it doesn't have to be evenly in the machine. Or even with something in the machine. Whoa, falling. Just has to be there. So if I do that. Okay, let's come across this way. Right here. Okay. Put in a thing like this. All right. And right here. Okay. Cool. And this is far enough away, right? It's away from all of the curves. Anything along the straight areas of this, it's not a problem. I don't have to worry about the machine picking it up or anything like that. So that's good. All right. So between this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've lost count already. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. So let's go 21. I think I'll count it. I will count it from this side. Just have to go around the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So right there. I mean, it's not going to be there. It's going to be here on the side, but okay. So this will work. All right, so I'll have to get in on the other side too, and obviously we've got some changes here, but okay, yes. This is definitely looking better. All right. So where am I at? 605. Okay. So it should be fine here. If I come this way, this comes out here. Put in a block. All right. And down we go. All right. Beautiful. Oh, that is... Yeah, that is looking a lot better. Okay. Yeah. Now, do I want to take out this yellow here on the edges and put in just clear glass? I mean, because I've got the clear glass going all along the outside. I did have it going on out here too before I put in the supports. Any or either of or all of those options are okay. Oh, jeez. It's just dark because it's raining. It's okay. We'll try it and see here. All right, so let's get this yellow glass out of here. Put in the clear and just see if it makes sense, right? All right. And there we go. All across the world. And I'm out of glass. I'm out of glass. I turned all of my clear glass into yellow glass. That's why I'm out of glass. All right. Am I actually out? I've got some light gray. That's totally the same thing, right? Oh, I'm out of glass. All right, well, I guess we head back to the base and get some glass. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, am I out of knives over here? I am. Okay. Well, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, anyway. Somewhere over here. I had a way into my storage. There we go. There, I've got a way into my base here somewhere. Don't know where, but somewhere is a way into my base. All right. Let's come over here, see if I have some actually in the storage. No. All right. That's cool. Just grab some here. Okay, so let's see now. We'll get the glass in. It said we'll take a look and see what this looks like once this glass is in. But I think I'm going to be pretty happy with this look. Yeah, I think I am. With compared to this side where the glass is not, or where it's the yellow glass along the outside. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Okay. Just leave that there to mark the center. I still haven't decided if I want to run scaffolding through that portion, or scaffolding support through that portion or not. So for now, we'll just leave it marked, and I'll come back to it in a little bit. Okay. I think I'm gonna. Do I want to cut through here though? Yeah, I think I do. All right. Yeah, let's do this. We're going to cut right through this. We'll run the support stuff right through here. It'll still serve the same purpose as the glass. It'll stop the these chorus plants, whatever they are, from growing up too tall. Okay. All right. And away we go. Okay, so that's going to go this way. Yeah, and I think I'll probably go through along the edges maybe and break that up like I did before. Okay. Yeah, sleep. Because sleeping is great. Highly recommend it. Okay. Where am I? Here I are. I are here. This is where I are. Okay. Grammar is hard. All right. No, this is good. I think we'll get this going this way. All right. Yep. Pop this right through this. Okay. Cool. Now, yeah, bringing the supports across this way is good. Yeah, let's go ahead and break up this yellow. We'll put the clear glass along the support beams like we've done around the rest of it. Basically, it's just framing out the farm. Okay. But yeah, I kind of wish Like if you had a netherite pickaxe, you could, I don't think necessarily insta-break glass, but break it faster. You know, because glass, you would think glass would be easier to break, but I don't mind it being a little bit slower because you lose it if you don't have silk touch. But I think it's a little too slow to break. Especially, even though I've got efficiency 5 on my pickaxe. It's just slow. Okay. And honestly, I don't mind having a block that's a little bit slower to break, but... Okay. Yeah, if I run a support right through the middle of this. Okay. Oops, that's not where that goes. Yeah, if I run a support directly through the middle, coming from that side, it goes through one of the yellow stripes. Which is good because then I don't have to go back through and reframe it. Okay. All right, and we are good here. Okay. Oh yeah, that's not looking too bad. That's not looking bad at all. And yeah, I could, where I've got this break in the glass, right? I could put another support beam there or something like that, but I'm kind of jamming with this. In fact, I think what I might do, well, I've got the walls here in the corner. I think I might replace those walls with the supports. Ah, excuse me, it's still morning and my voice does not work. All right, so if I do this sort of... Okay. And this would have to be yellow terracotta. Yeah, I think that's going to look a little bit better. If just a touch of something. Okay. All right, and now that goes there, and this goes up, and cool. Yeah, I think that's going to look better, just because we've got all of this, all these supports like here in the middle and things like that. I think this just is going to give a better overall vibe, you know? And if you're not about the vibes, right, what are you about? Totally just building based on vibes here, y'all. Let's just... And I don't think that's a bad thing, despite how that sounds. I do kind of... This is the part of Minecraft that I kind of like. It's the... Look, I can be creative. I can go based off what just kind of feels right as I build it. And, you know, a lot of people are down for that, which is great. And sometimes they do it in creative. I just happen to like doing it in survival. You know, I'm not a creative player. I've built things in creative, but I think survival's more fun. Okay, so we've got that. Yeah, kind of. All right, so from this side, it's looking good. It actually even makes this belt feel better. Okay, because what's happening now is because I've got the supports, it doesn't feel like there needs to be like a building here. Okay, it's just. Yeah, there's a belt that comes up this way. You know, and that's great. Okay. All right, this is good. Hey, Snoopers, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a good morning. All right, so this is definitely doing better. Now over here where we don't have all of the chorus fruit, it looks a little empty perhaps, but that's okay. What I could do, of course, I've now buried all the track and stuff, but so what I could do is maybe fill that in so it's flat, rearrange things here just a little bit, and then maybe makes that a fun walkway or something underneath. I don't know that I need it, but could definitely be a thing. And as we walk over to where the machine stops, you know. Looks 52. Thank you. Yeah. Well, I said with the funeral I have to go take care of this morning, I figured, you know, maybe I should. I'll get ready for it before stream, so I don't have to cut off stream quite as early. Also, what is this iron golem doing over here, and how did he get here? I mean, I didn't name the one. I didn't name that one that was over at the merry-go-round. It's possible that that's this guy. I could be wrong, but I guess he lives there now. And all of my trains are now stuck waiting for each other. It's the ultimate traffic jam. So, yeah. Okay. So otherwise things are doing okay. We've got the supports around the outside. Try to instill the wisdom of being ready first before other things. No, that is, I'm going to highlight that because that is important. Yeah. My kids are pretty responsible, but it did take some time to get that all in place. Okay. So yeah, I think we're okay here. These are not even, but I think it looks better because of it. I'm okay with that. Now I said I've got some issues here depending on where the machine turns around, because it will try to break anything inside the box, unfortunately, as it turns. All right, so where's the track? I've lost it. I've lost it. The track or my mind, one of the two. All right, so the track I think is going to be right here. Okay. 3, 4. So right about here then, right? Yeah. So where's I have a torch? Okay. So that's where the track is. So if I come back, it's not going to be wide, because it just sort of depends on where things are, but boy, that's going to end up putting a support or something really close to this one. I don't think I want to do that. But coming in with, so I could flatten out the terracotta here and just make this floor level. Right? So you could walk across it, but doing that sort of breaks up the look from above. I don't know. I could just leave it. And just, yeah, no, the farm doesn't go all the way. That's okay. All right, I can live with that. I like the options that mean I don't do more work. But no, despite my lack of preparation in Minecraft, I do try to be prepared in real life. Minecraft, I like to build on vibes, so that That's an issue. Okay. So it drops off over there. And we're in. Okay. Nice. Okay, well, so this honestly, I kind of like the look of this. It's not as fancy as, you know, like the restaurants and stuff. But I think it gives an interesting look to this area here, which I'm kind of down for. Go ahead and slap in a little bit of grass here. Okay, and oops, that you don't go there. No. All right, so we'll get all of this and all this grass in place, and we'll slide it around the outside. Now, one thing I might have to do, might have to bring a little bit more light out here, because it is a little bit dark. Because I didn't light up all of this area when I terraformed it. But, you know, I guess it's okay. If something falls into the machine, it's all right. It'll just live down there till it despawns. That's okay. Okay, now this is right next to the track, so I'll need to fill that in, but we'll burn that bridge when we come to it. All right. Yeah. So all in all, this is starting to look a little bit better, which is good. It definitely looks better than it did before with all of the beauty of nature shining through. No, we had to get rid of the beauty of nature and replace it with something man-made, because obviously man-made is superior to nature, right? Right? Nah, nature is awesome. I like nature. But in this case, it looks a lot better with the walls and the floor in. Okay. But no, I decided, nope, I'll get prepped. So yes, I get to look very fancy on stream today with a shirt and tie. But it means that all I have to do is put my shoes on and grab my laptop and I can go. Which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this in. Let's fill it in, not build it up. But yeah, anyway. Also, I didn't plan on starting earlier today like I did, but it was kind of nice. The podcast is going to be a little bit shorter that I recorded. And I'm like a week ahead, so it won't show up Wednesday or Monday for supporters. It'll be a week out, but that one ended up being a little bit of a shorter podcast, so that's cool. Back to the roughly 20 minutes or so that I had been doing. So, okay, it's a little darker on this edge, but we'll solve that when we get to that side. Okay, but this is all lit up. Of course, we've got all of this, all these frog lights down here, so that's good. Now, the machine will phase through all of this stuff. Right, because it's phasing through all of this terracotta because it's an entity and just is going through it. But I almost feel like I want to put something in between those, but I don't know. I do kind of like this look, where it looks like it's sort of sitting on rails and stuff here. So that's kind of fun. Okay. Okay, you know, I was originally thinking that maybe I would build a bridge from the park lot that's next door. Right now, it's not the safest park in the world, but, you know. I was thinking about building a bridge over it, but now the way we've got this built up, I kind of like just leaving it like this. Like it's, I don't know, it just looks cool. I don't know what I would put on top of it now. I mean, I did talk about putting on a Ferris wheel. I could still do that. It's like there's the merry-go-round over there, which I haven't repopulated with riders, you know. But, you know, we could do something along those lines. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. But I think we're doing okay. You know, honestly, I think we're good. So let's take a look at this short side. Is it okay, or should I add a support coming down in the middle? Or a support coming down on the sides here, like about there? What would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it wouldn't be right there, it'd be in 1, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, I could run it there. Honestly, that's not bad. And it's in from where the machine is, so it won't try to break it. And even better, it runs right down one of the yellow strips, since I've been edging all of the supports with just the regular glass. All right, we can do that. Nope, we can't do that. Hang on. Gonna have to go craft up some more supports. All right, so I know how to craft things. I know how to craft things. Okay, kind of, sort of. All right. This should be enough, I hope. I hope it's enough. Okay, so that'll go up that way. This one is right here. Would you please face right? Face the right way. Thank you. You know, the blocks never listen to me, you know? It's like, I tell them, you need to go where I want you to go and be all, like, facing the right way and stuff, and they just don't listen. Blocks are mean like that. Okay. Oh, this is going to mean taking out a lot of glass, but okay. It's all right. We got it. We shall proceed with the sound of failure. Now, back before I discovered the joy of Silk Touch tools, the sound of breaking glass was the sound of failure. It was like, nope, I have done something bad and irreparable, and now I have to tear it out, and I can't get those blocks back. I have since learned that Silk Touch is cool. And it's not quite that sound of failure anymore, but I still remember that from my early days of playing Minecraft. We go back to my it's my second channel now. It was my first channel where I've got my very first streams. You can kind of, you'll see that. But I don't even remember what the address is for my second channel. So, you know, that's awesome. Probably Music Free Gaming 2 or something really creative like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. The trauma is real. The trauma is definitely real. You have that with breaking tools? Oh, yes. I get that. Especially if it's a tool that's expensive. And you know, it's like, how did I suddenly break my fully enchanted netherite pick? That doesn't, you know. It's one thing if I expect to break the tools, you know. But alright. This does look cool as it goes around. Okay. We'll replace that with a block, but I just want to get the glass in place first. Or actually get the glass removed first, and then we'll come through and do the support. Yeah, there needs to be something that breaks glass faster. I don't know what it would be, but hokey smoke, it takes so long to break glass. All right, so this will become that. All right. And then we run, again, let's place it the right way. It's directional, so you have to place it against the floor. If you want it to go up, you have to place it on the floor. All right. Okie dokie. Pick up all of this glass because, yay, glass. Okay. All the glass and all the extra chorus fruit that got broken off and just dropped. Yeah, not the most efficient farm in the world, but the reality is it doesn't need to be. What I should do, and I haven't done it yet. This might be a problem for future me. Something I do off camera. But it might be good to put a threshold switch on the storage box that I've got under here. And just lock the machine so it doesn't run if the storage box is full. All right. Cool. So the way this is going to go. All right. So this will go here. And yeah, just right here at the joints. We'll come in with a block of industrial iron. Cool. Then we'll just bring this across. Yeah, I think this will work out okay. We'll get... I can't place these blocks in the right place. I'm gonna... Okay, admittedly, it's a little bit tougher because the supports are hollow. So when you try to reach in here, it's a little weird. But that's okay. We got it. Oh, yeah. We got it. Oh, yeah. We got it. Oh, yeah. We got it. Okay. There we go. That is the weirdest song, by the way, in the Polar Express. I like the movie. The movie is great, but the hot chocolate song is just bizarre. And maybe that's okay, but I mean, there's no maybe about it. It's okay that it's bizarre, but also Tom Hanks is not a singer, so yeah, that was weird. Okay, I think this is looking a little bit better. I might take this row out and just have the yellow continue straight across. But otherwise, we're doing okay. All right, back up we go. Yeah, let's just... The stripe just feels weird. Okay, so I don't know why. Maybe because there actually isn't anything here, or there isn't a reason for the stripe, I think. It doesn't feel decorative. It just feels out of place. So, and since we're building based off of vibes, the vibes are totally wrong. You know, we're gonna fix the vibes. Okay. All right, we'll just slide this all across. And, yeah, no, you don't go there. No, I put it back. I put them back. Like, seriously. We'll just break them and then put them back, and break them and put them back. It's like Sisyphus, but with more stupid. Hey, Thomas, welcome in, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Hope you're having a fabulous day. All right, so yeah, this is looking better. Definitely looking better. You don't want to come up here. It will, in fact, punch you in the face. But otherwise, I think this is good. Yeah, taking out that line was a good thing. If we free cam up here, yeah, this is a much nicer look to this this farm. And yeah, it is a little bit industrial and almost looks a little bit out of place. But at the same time, it doesn't feel out of place. Yeah, I don't know how to describe that, you know? It's like, I don't know. It's right. It's like, you ever in a neighborhood where you've got one house or one building that doesn't quite fit because it's like a different style to everything else? That's kind of where I feel with this. On the other hand, because it's different, it adds something. Woohoo! Like gravity. All right, let me go see if I can sort out my trains here because they are definitely confused. Right. All right, so tell you what, you go ahead and go. I don't know where you're going, but I hope you enjoy it when you get there. Okay. Did I have trains crash or something and I missed it? Something here that's just funky and weird? I mean, we're okay. I mean, the traffic jams are all over on the other side, so I don't know. They're around here somewhere. They're dazed and confused and lost. The lost. The precious is lost. Okay, so you just keep going. You're going to go straight, so I don't think you're going to have any issues. Yeah. Maybe I just need these segments to be like so. On the other hand, who's blocking this? Because he's just going over there. There's nothing else there. The only train that would be in the way would be this one. And I don't know why it's... And he stopped. You should just be able to go. All right, I don't know. All right, come here, lava horse. Your train is going to go there. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, they're on strike. That's it. You got it, Snoopers. They're just silly sauce. All right. But yeah, there's definitely something like this guy should be able to go now. And I don't know why it's wasn't going. Like that segment was empty. There's definitely a weird, it's like, why can't I go? Why? Now this one is stopping because this train is in the way. Okay. Oh. The sad thing is I recognize that song, Snoopers. My kids watched a lot of Thomas the Tank Engine when they were youngins. I actually found a bunch of it was basically just audio versions of the shows. And my kids would listen to that when they went to bed too. So, yep. I liked those early Thomas shows too. The ones that had George Carlin narrating. I actually found some, it was the same stories, but it was Ringo Starr that was narrating instead of George Carlin. Once they shifted away from Carlin, they weren't nearly as good. Okay, the Alec Baldwin ones were kind of okay, I guess, but okay, I think we're good. I think the trains are starting to move again. All right. But once they shifted away from those and started going like to the CG trains and all that stuff, shows weren't nearly as fun. How do I remember stuff like that? I have no idea. The George Carlin one is much because I was shocked to find out it was George Carlin. Because I knew him from his comedy, which was raunchy at the best of times. Right, he did that sketch, or that one set of the 11 words you're not allowed to say on television. Right, where he goes through all of the profanity. Right. He was definitely that sort of comic. So for him to be doing a kid's show just shocked me, and so I remembered that. And same with Alec Baldwin. And Alec Baldwin was doing it when they did the Thomas the Tank Engine movie, and they had Mr. Conductor, and that was him. But, so yeah, I don't know. I have a weird memory for actors and stuff. Sometimes I can remember them right off and everything's great. Other times it's like, yeah, there was an actor in that movie. Somebody was playing that role. I even know who they are. I just can't remember their names today. But I do remember that Alex Winter played Bill S. Preston Esquire. So, just random. The windmill is glitching. There's there'll be visual glitches. If I log out and log back in, that'll be fine. It's just weird. All right, so I think we're okay. I don't know what's gumming up the works over here. Looks like everybody's just waiting to get wheat is what's gumming up the works over here. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's just making you twitch a little. Honestly, it makes me twitch a little too. I mean, I could relog and it would be sorted out, but where it gets really weird is, heck, the windmill is twitching a little. Sometimes it ends up like the blades will get like duplicated, so it's like there are 8 blades and they're slightly offset, and it's just stupid. But yeah, I could, if I just relog, because it's 100% a visual glitch. That's all it is, but it's obnoxious. There we go. So, yeah. Anyway, we're good. Is this... No fish right now, so that's cool. All right, so anyway, back to the farm here. Yeah, it almost looked like it was not moving. It was just... Yeah, and the thing was, it's like it wasn't completing. It's like it kept trying to do the next round and kept jumping back. Yeah, it was 100% some sort of visual glitch or a client server sync issue. Okay. All right, so let's sleep. And then we'll take a look and see if there's anything else I want to do with this platform for now. Yeah, I used to like watching movies and stuff. Like you watch westerns and it looks like the wagon wheels are turning backwards because of the frame rates of the film versus the spokes on the wheels. That was always fun. Okay, so that's doing its thing. Yeah, so if I decide to put something else up here, if I anchor it to these support beams, I think that'll look really cool. Now, I don't know what I would put up here, but yeah, the thought of, yeah, we'll just put up a wheel or a Ferris wheel or something. Yep, I could do that. All right, let me go see if I have some smooth stone. Let's see. I've got... Oh, smooth stone slabs. Perfect. I'm going to come over here and get some... fill in some sidewalk. Okay, because... Yeah, definitely need some sidewalk of some sort happening here. Now... I don't know if I want to turn this into a park like I did with some of the other areas, like with the playground over there. But I do need a little bit of something coming across here. Especially if I'm going to be putting a bakery over here. I would like to maybe have a little bit more of something. All right. Also, I should probably... Why are these all still caught up like they don't know what they're doing? Nope. I think they're just slow. They're all waiting for wheat and stuff, and it's just... Okay. It's like the on-ramps that have the... Oh, only one car per light, please. Yeah, okay, here comes the sandwich train. All right. Yeah, this makes sense. Okay, yep, he goes through. He's going to wait. Yep, he's going to come through and block traffic there until... Okay. Yep, things are going. Turns out they're working exactly the way they're supposed to. The trains are waiting until they can't go anymore. All right. Nice. So, all right, so that's going to go there. If I'm going to make this a park, could go ahead and just load up the grass. Okay. All right. Yeah, and just a reminder, I'm going to be stopping early because of, instead of the funeral I have to go do the tech for, so. Yeah. It's like, oh, hey, you know how to stream. You can do this, right? Yeah, okay. Coarse dirt? It is coarse dirt. I don't know why it's coarse dirt, but that's fine. Okay, so we'll get this in place here. Okay, I'm also going to get hit by a train. I'm fairly certain. Or not. Okay, we're good. Lack of trains hitting me. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not getting hit by trains, turns out. And other things I'm strangely excited about. Disney Plus just dropped a brand new season of Phineas and Ferb. And that is such a silly cartoon, and I love it so much. And it's one of those, it doesn't rely on the kids, you know, picking on their siblings and stuff like that. They're all pretty much friends. Except for Buford, who's sort of a jerk, but, you know. But the show is so fun. I love it. You've never seen Phineas and Ferb? Yeah, it's a good one. And also, And it's a musical. Every episode, it's split into two parts. So they'll have like two stories. Each story has a musical number. It's weird. But it's a fun show. And you get, and there's always a side plot of, you've got Phineas and Ferb doing something just ridiculously outlandish as they try to figure out what to do for their summer vacation. And then you've got Dr. Doofenshmirtz, who really wants to be a mad scientist and just is bad at it. And his evil plans are thwarted by Perry the Platypus. And the relationship between Perry and Dr. Doofenshmirtz is just also weird and silly and fun. But yeah, it's a fun show, and it's a show that never really, I guess maybe how I want to put it is, it's always uplifting, right? It's always a show that looks at hope and joy and happiness and celebrates that. It's unlike a lot of the shows, even the kids shows, that we're going to be dark and gritty and everybody hates each other and look, we're mean to people and that's funny, haha. Phineas and Ferb is never that. And it's awesome. Also, it's got a really, really goofy sense of humor. And I am all about that. Okay. And I thought it was kind of fun because when I discovered Phineas and Ferb, or at least started watching it, my kids had been watching High School Musical a lot, that trilogy of movies. And one of the characters in High School Musical is Sharpay, right? Who's this? She's just a horrible, egotistical drama queen because she thinks she is the queen of the drama department. So, it kind of works. But she voices Candace, who's Phineas and Ferb's sister. And it was so fun to hear her in that role and say, yep, they definitely cast a fun person, a good person for this role. I loved it. It was definitely cool. So yeah, if you have Disney Plus, it's worth checking out. And I'll freely admit, it's not for everybody. But if you like upbeat cartoons with a sense of joy and happiness, but that also have weird songs, it's like they tailor-made a show for me. There is one song. Okay. There is one character that does fall into that irredeemable jerk mode. And that is, and I forgot her name, but it's Candace's boyfriend's baby sister. She doesn't like Candace. And there are a couple of episodes where they have to deal with each other. But there's one where the sister, the baby sister puts squirrels in Candace's pants. And so they do this whole song called Squirrels in My Pants. And it's just silly. When I saw they had a sing-along version of it on Disney Plus, I had to go watch that song again, just because, yeah, of course I need to jam out to Squirrels in My Pants. It's just, It's just weird. And it's like, what do you rhyme with squirrels in my pants? Government grants? Yeah, no, they do that. It's a weird show, and I love it. I also need some more torches. Okay, how are we doing on time? All right, got about 10 minutes. May stop a little earlier, too, just so I've got time to do stuff. But yeah, it's fun. It is crazy fun. And there's one character that shows up again. He's an alien that he can only speak English because he has a mustache that lets him speak English. Yeah, the translation mustache. And that mustache also determines the also gives him like a different personality. So when he shows up with one type of mustache, he's got this very posh British accent, and he gets a different mustache, and now he's like Texas cowboy. And this bad guy has a different mustache that is very much the Snidely Whiplash melodrama villain mustache, and so that's that's sort of the character he ends up. And yeah, it's fun and silly and goofy, and it celebrates knowledge and stuff, you know. And I love it. All right, I'm gonna be able to. It's gonna be close, y'all. Whether or not we get this finished, but we're getting there. All right. So we'll get all of this going. But yeah, I like goofy things. Y'all know this. So should not be that big a surprise. Yeah. I like Goofy too, for that matter. Yeah, I was never one for like Mickey Mouse. Donald Duck was always a character I liked watching when I watched Disney cartoons, but oh, it's like, am I out of grass? No, we're good. But I always liked those old school Goofy how-to ones, like the instructional videos. Goofy decides he's going to work out, and his disaster with his home gym. You know, here's Goofy on how to play hockey. You know, it's just all that silliness. I didn't get to watch the Disney cartoons often because I didn't have cable, and that was about the only place you could see Mickey Mouse and Donald and stuff. Mickey, I just found his voice annoying, so I didn't listen to him often. But on the other hand, I listen to Donald Duck all the time, and his little quacky voice obviously is the easiest thing in the world to listen to. So many shows from your kids were little. Yeah, no, absolutely. Love to see all of those again. Yeah, but I've started picking up a few from my childhood too that were good. Now, like Animaniacs. I loved Animaniacs. Again, goofy, pun-filled musicals, and oh yeah, that was a show right up my alley. You know, Pinky and the Brain and all that fun stuff. But I also like the Batman animated adventures because I liked Batman when he didn't get overly dark. And the shows were really good. The stories were really good. Wow. That's in the wrong place. So I've picked up a few of those, and some of the shows my kids watched We ended up getting on DVD. So we actually have a few of those. Like Thomas and... I forgot what else. And partly because... So while they were on PBS, right? Thomas the Tank Engine and stuff. Yeah, my kids didn't always... Obviously, it wasn't on all the time. It was just during that 1.5 hour block or whatever. So we started buying the Thomas the Tank Engine DVDs for them. And they'd watch them whenever. So, yep, we've got all the Thomas stories. Now, obviously, my kids are... My youngest will turn 20 here next month. So it's not like they're caring about all that stuff anymore. But, you know, who knows? Maybe at some point, grandkids will exist. And we may show them Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh, I may not have enough grass to finish this. But that's okay. We'll survive somehow. Yeah, with dirt. Because, you know, dirt becomes grass eventually. All right. Great. Okay. Nope, that's doing better. Okay, so good. Now I've got the lot laid out so I can put the park there. We'll I think the cookie shop is going to go in this spot right here. Okay. That will just leave wild. This, I have no idea what it's going to be, but it may just stay like that, but, you know, it exists. So, okay, you know, we're good. And what's cool now is the city, my factory, where my storage and all of that stuff is, and these restaurants are now starting to come over and connect with, you know, what's happening here in Southtown with the McBurger Hut and the gas station and this village, right? It's all starting to show up as one big city. And that's great. That's great. It's now starting to feel like this is connected. And we'll definitely start feeling more so when I get the cookie shop in and this park done. Oh, this is going to be cool. This whole area is just cool. And now I've got ice cream on pizza, and that is a step too far. So I think I'm going to have to call it a day. You know, there are a lot of things I will put up with on my pizza. Ice cream is not one of them. But I do want to thank you all for hanging out with me today. The credits are working today, so that's awesome. But yeah, I definitely want to thank all of you for hanging out with me. Said, got to end a little early, but if you want to become a supporter, you can of course do that at musicfreegaming.com. And yeah, Snoopers, you also, all of you, enjoy your weekend. Have a great rest of your day. I'll be streaming again on Tuesday, 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. So look forward to seeing you there. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.